before we leave J5 Custom Vans here on Vancouver Island, one of our subscribers to the channel, his van is here. It's a Ford E350. His name is Mike, and John just finished converting it, and it looks so good. Some of you might be thinking, Chrome, your subscriber stole your wall ideas. Hey, he might have, but I also stole his roof idea. Yeah, I did. When I came here and seen Mike's van, I was like, John, I want to do that. And that's not the only idea I borrowed from this build. I borrowed his curtain rod idea. This sleek little tiny RV curtain with the little hooks on it. Nice and simple. Thanks, Mike, for that. It looks good. I might be partial to the look of it because I am in love with the gray. But taking a look at this build actually changed my thought on something else that I've been like rock solid on. And that's the bed. I'm a big fan of my bed crossways in the back. So I'm 5'11", probably a little shorter, but 5'11", we're gonna go with that. And the van at the widest part, for my van anyway, with the way the walls are done, is 6 feet. So I can sleep crossways. And I was never a fan. Every time I seen somebody do the bed this way, I was like, that's just a bad idea because it would totally eat up your whole living space. Well, call me a liar because this thing has tons of room in it. He can also sit on the bed with his feet this way and his laptop up top there. I like the look of that. And he has tons of living room in here. Look at the giant space here. He's got about the same amount of space that I have, within reason. This thing is amazing. Turned out so well. So Mike, I hope you don't mind, but we're about to open up and let's go take a real good look. Having this little box on your door is a pretty damn cool idea. It's one of those things that I wish I would have thought about things like this. I wish I would have watched more YouTube videos so I could learn from other people's builds. This is kind of genius, but I'm really curious what this does. An outdoor table mounted right to the side of your van, bolted right to the metal, super sturdy. Oh, I love this idea. You could probably put your camp stove and stuff like that in there too, maybe. Huh? A little cupboard on the top. Put your spices. Oh, this is great. Look at that. Shuts right in the door while they're... Oh. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. Bang. Whew. Thoughts, guys. Put this on your list of things that are cool to add to your van. That's a good idea. Light switch that says dimmer. Let's push that button and see what happens. All right. On, off, on. How do you dim it? Probably hold it. Oh yeah. Oh, so awesome. I love that. I think there's another one over here right beside the bed. Boom, right there too, so you can hit the lights from when you're in bed. Oh, I love that. Yeah, over here's got a sink. One thing I don't have in my van, but I'm pretty sure if I had this much counter space in my van, that's probably, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 feet. It's probably 8 feet, something like that. But that is a ton of counter space. If I had that kind of room, then maybe, yeah, I might put a sink in my van. That's pretty cool. Oh, and a little switch right there. That's probably for the 12-volt pump that powers that. Is it weird that I'm snooping through one of our subscribers' vans? Sorry, Mike. Underneath here is fresh water and gray water tank. That's nice. And it's pretty cool over here inside of this cupboard. Let me tip the camera down just a little bit, because this is where the wheel well is. Look at that. Nicely trimmed over the wheel well. Because wheel wells, they're not exactly the prettiest looking things. Oh, that's pretty amazing. Propane tank there, all strapped to the bottom. Oh, a nice big drawer. This is great. It's got the side drawer slides. Should I be feeling bad about doing this? These are great. So much storage in here. Right here, there's some compartments. Right underneath the bed. It's amazing. Look at that extra storage down there. These are great. This is one thing I never thought about when it came to me building my van, was to insulate the floor and do something nice like this. Like, that is literally a step into your home. Me, I still have the plastic thing that came with my van, and I just have a foam floor with a roll-on linoleum, so it's kind of got this rolliness to it, but that's, you know, it is what it is. This is such a great look for the van. It really makes this thing look like a home. You know, it's like that one step as you get into your fully converted house. This is great, and probably lasts a lot longer than mine, because if I drop something on my floor because it's soft, this is really good. I like the look at this. Heck yeah. Here's the curtain track. It's just a simple strip of plastic with these little hooks in here that you connect to your curtain by a hook or a pin or something, but it's super, super sleek. I like it. And I like that he's kept his electrical stuff super nice and simple. Your USB ports, you got your voltmeter and stuff on the side so you can check on the status of your batteries. It's awesome. And having all the lighting and stuff pre-wired into the ceiling just kind of polishes it off and makes it look like a home, you know what I mean? Like sunken in pot lights. I love that, man. These are cool looking though. I don't know where they picked those ones up, but those are really, really cool looking lights. Well, let's turn them on. We're gonna hit the switch. Oh, boom. Oh, look how nice that looks. Look at this now. Now this bed goes the entire width of the van, because hey, you never know when you're ever gonna have company. And yeah, John came up with a really cool, simple system that Mike can just deploy when he needs that extra bed space and put away when he's just in the van here and by himself, which is awesome. And I know a lot of people always go through that. We're like, well, what if I bring a girlfriend with me or a boyfriend with me, or I just need an extra space because one of those nights you just want to sprawl out and be in like a king or big, huge size bed. Because not everybody wants to have a small space like this. Some people want to have an expandable bed every single night. So I'm going to dismantle this and show you guys how simple this setup is. If you take a look at it, everything just kind of pieces together. So there's like no hinges, no clips, no nothing. I think John did a pretty cool job with this. So let's break this apart. Oh, guys, this top board comes off. Now all that's left underneath here are these little bases. Look at this. And they just slide apart from each other. Bada boom, just like that. So cool. So let's just take the top off of these ones. Oh, look at this, see? The little base, and these just slide apart. Just like that. And they flat pack, boom. Okay guys, look at this. Just like that. Nice and simple. And when he doesn't need it, it just gets tucked away right here under the bed. This is so smart. That was pretty cool. The whole bed system itself is actually really simple, and a lot of times you want to keep them simple, because if it gets to be a bit too complex and has too many dividing walls and stuff like that in there, then you're going to lose out on some of the storage space. So there's enough room in here to not only stick the bed extension, but some giant lawn chairs and whatever else you might need in here, and also some extra space to tuck some stuff that you might not want to see on a daily basis back here. This is great. And I like having the extra little compartments back there so you can tuck a few things and make use of space over there that sometimes some people block off. They're like, well, we'll never use it, let's just block it off. Well, using stuff like this maximizes on the space that you have in your van, because when you're in a small space like this, you want to make sure that you use every little crook and cranny, you know? And like inside of here, I noticed on the cupboard over here, right where the wheel well is, that he utilized the space above here with a little shelf, so you can stick your cleaning supplies or stuff like that in there, instead of just leaving this as just a box, creating a little part to put stuff in. It's just smart thinking. And that's the kind of thing about living in a small space, is you always want to make sure that you utilize every little thing. What I've noticed with a few friends of mine that are in the van build business is that they always seem to be a little bit more creative on when it comes to building out a van. You know, John here actually has his own built out camper van that he uses for himself, so he has experience living in a vehicle. And I find that van builders are always just a little bit more creative than somebody like me or the average person like you. So coming here and talking to a professional about it and getting it designed right means that you're probably going to end up maximizing the space you have in your van. But like I always suggest to everybody, it's a good idea to live in your van first before you do a big conversion like this. That way you know the space in your van and you already know where you kind of need things. Because if you're going from an apartment or a house into a space this small, this is not your house, this is not your apartment, and the things that you have and the luxuries you have in your apartment sometimes don't fit in your van like this. So I always suggest get in it, live in it for a couple of months, bare bones it, kind of treat it as a big camping trip, sleep on a piece of foam on the floor, and learn your space a little bit. That way, when you call the professional van builder, you're going to get the van you want right from the very beginning. And when you're dealing with someone like John here, as you've seen John in many of my videos, creative things happen from being here. You know what I mean? He always drops a suggestion saying, well, I don't know, what about this? And it's always a smarter move. I mean, you guys have seen some of the things that he's come up with in my van. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So hopefully little videos like this help you guys out when it comes to you planning your van builds, whether you're going to DIY it yourself, or if you're going to come to somebody here like J5 Custom Vans or any other people you see on my channel, or somebody that happens to be in your area. This stuff is so cool. I'm pretty stoked that Mike's going to be rocking this thing on some adventures and trips. And Mike and John here, thank you for the tips for the things I stole from this van. So if you guys are watching any van builds or van tours, or you see vans like mine and you draw inspiration from it, take them. They're not ours to keep. So if you're getting up with ideas like maybe the walls or this little box on the door, that's what these videos are for. So you guys can take ideas and make your vans the van of your dreams. Anyway, you guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me poke my nose in one of my subscribers' homes. And Mike, I hope you didn't mind us getting too personal. Luckily there's no underwear and Mike's not moved into this thing yet, so this is so cool. All right, you guys, thanks for watching this little video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll leave John's links and stuff like that in the description of this one as well. See you guys.